Hey everyone, so let's talk about German weather. Now, if you think you know European weather, you might want to think again, because Germany's seasons, well, they perform like a full-on four-act play.
And really, that's the best way to get your head around it. We're going to look at the seasons, or what Germans call the Jahreszeiten, as a theatrical performance. Each season has its own vibe, its own special effects, all happening right there on a rotating stage.
So here's our program for today. We're going to start with a quick overture to set the stage, then dive into the four main acts: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And we'll wrap it all up with a curtain call, covering the stuff you can expect pretty much all year long.
Okay, let's get into it. The curtain is rising on Act 1, Frühling, that's German for spring. And this is where the plot really starts to thicken.
Spring runs through March, April, and May, and it's what's known as an Übergangsjahreszeit, basically a transitional season. You get these absolutely beautiful warm days that give you a little taste of summer, but don't be fooled because the nights can still be pretty kalt or cold. It's a real season of contrasts.
And, this is captured perfectly by this classic German saying. It translates to April, April, it does what it wants. And it is so true. The weather is famously all over the place. You could have gorgeous sunshine one day, pouring rain the next, and then you might even wake up to Schnee. Yep, that's snow. April is a wild card for sure.
All right, so after that unpredictable opening act, the story builds to its absolute peak in Act 2, the main event, the German summer. This is the part of the show that everybody's been waiting for.
So from June to August, Germany hits its summer stride. You'll hear words like heiß for hot, sonnig for sunny, and even traumhaft, which literally means dreamlike. The conditions are usually trocken or dry, and the skies are klar, nice and clear. And just to give you a number to anchor on, the average temperature hangs out right around 20 degrees Celsius. That's about 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So, not scorching hot, but just beautifully pleasant for enjoying those long sun-filled days.
And this really sums up the summer vibe. When die Sonne shines, the sun shines, everybody is outside. Yeah, you can expect to schwitzen or sweat a little bit, but hey, it's all part of the experience of those amazing long days.
Okay, but every great play has a shift in tone. The lights start to dim a little as we head into Act 3, Herbst, or autumn. This is our second and final transitional season of the year. So from September through November, autumn brings a totally different energy. The weather gets windy, you guessed it, windy, bewölkt, which means cloudy, and sometimes pretty nebbly or foggy. You can definitely expect starken wind, strong winds, and the occasional Regenshower, which is a rain shower. It's really interesting how these two transitional acts kind of mirror each other. Think of spring as this slow build-up, getting warmer and warmer as it heads towards summer. While autumn is the opposite. It's a slow fade-out, gradually getting colder as it sets the stage for what's coming next. And now, for the dramatic finale. The air gets crisp, the entire set changes. Let's welcome Act 4, the German winter.
From December all the way to February, winter really takes over. This whole act is defined by kalte Temperaturen, cold temperatures. And the precipitation changes too. You get both Regen, which is rain, and of course, Schneefall, snowfall, which can just transform the entire landscape.
December especially has a reputation for being sehr kalt, and that means very cold. We're not talking about just a little brisk here. This is that deep, biting cold that really lets you know winter has arrived.
But hold on, the show isn't quite over. After our four big acts, it's time for the curtain call. These are the weather features that are always part of the German experience, no matter what season it is.
First up, the Wettervorhersage, the weather forecast. Because things can change so quickly, checking the forecast is a daily, almost typically German kind of habit. Think of it as the script you need to read before you head out for the day's performance. So here's the big takeaway. You should probably always be ready for rain because it can happen any time of year. Good weather is usually described as angenehm, which means pleasant. Bad weather, that's simple, it's just schlecht. And for those sticky, humid days, you'll hear the words feucht or schwül. And that's our show, the 4 acts of German weather. You've got the drama of spring, the dreamlike fantasy of summer, the moody atmosphere of autumn, and that stark, cold finale of winter. So the question I have for you is, which act would you want a front row seat for?